Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra, and today is a video all about this one. Well, cats and decor in general, but a lot of you had questions about Lottie. I thought I would take this opportunity to do a whole video on having a... That was rude. I thought I would do a whole video on what it's like having two cats and, you know, being in the world of home decor. I'm going to share some of my tips and tricks with you guys, how to decorate and have a cat. Also my favorite kind of litter to use that doesn't smell. I've made a recent discovery. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Ready, Lottie? Look at her face. Okay, so you guys sent in so many questions over on Instagram. The first question is, how do you keep your home smelling fresh when you have cats? I think this is such a valid question and something I've struggled with a lot. My biggest fear when people come over is that my house smells like cat litter, but I've made a recent discovery that has changed my life. Sounds very dramatic, but it actually has. Before I was using your standard dusty and like the typical litter you get from the pet store, I was finding that the litter was all over my hardwood floors at all times because it would get stuck in their paws. And it was also really dusty. And even when I got the unscented version, it just smelled. So my friend Melissa Maker told me about a litter that's made from tofu. I know it sounds really, really bizarre, but it's tofu litter. And I'm gonna link down below where I buy it from. There seems to be only like one place in Canada that sells it. It's kind of on the pricey side, but if you have a small space, this is the product for you. It's compostable. You can flush down the toilet, which is crazy. And it just like doesn't smell. It's changed my life, really. Did you guys smell litter when you walked in? No. Are you just saying that? I would love to know in the comments down below what litter you guys use. Let's start a thread because I feel like I found the litter of my dreams, but it is quite expensive. So I'd love to know some cheaper alternatives that have worked for you guys at home. Someone asked for cute litter boxes. They said they're searching for an alternative litter box. And I have talked about this before. Actually, from the same company that sells this tofu litter, they make these Igloo cat litter boxes. I have had a couple of these. I actually had to get rid of the last one I had because Harriet, bless her, is just too big for it. And she's really old. Harriet's 16. She's really fluffy and big and she can't fit into the Igloo litter box, can you? She just needs like an open litter box. So this is such a dream litter box. It really masks the smell, like a lot. It actually has some sort of like technology in it that helps reduce odor. It's made in France, which sounds just fancy to say. It's a really great way to keep the litter inside the box. There's this kind of like grate when the cats walk out of it, so all the litter falls back into the box. There's so many different colors. It's just like a beautiful litter box really to have. So I would highly recommend this Igloo litter box, especially if you have a cat this size. And I've also read a lot about litter boxes where the cat enters from the top, which I think is really cool and different. I feel like this would really help with the amount of litter that they like spill out of it. I kind of have a weird question. I would love to know where you guys keep your litter boxes, especially if you live in a small space like this. I have tried every single like room, corner, closet in my house. I have settled on actually my closet office. I just keep it tucked away in the corner because I'm not sitting in there all the time. It's mostly just for storage for all of my officey bits. But it's tucked away enough that the smell doesn't carry, you know, throughout the house. But yeah, I'd love to know where you guys keep your litter boxes. I hope that these suggestions for a cool and stylish litter box help you in some way. Okay, so the next question is, how did you introduce Lottie to Harriet? Do they get along? Is Harriet jealous? Tips on introducing a new kitty. So I'm gonna insert some really cute footage of the first day that I brought Lottie home with my mom. Lottie was like this small. No, we're not going up the air. So Harriet is 16, she's grumpy, she's old, she's just kind of like over everything. So I knew that she probably wouldn't like love Lottie, but I have to say they somewhat get along in the sense that Harriet really tolerates her. Sometimes Lottie will try and like groom her and Harriet will just be like, okay, whatever, you do your thing. But I find it's really difficult when your cats are different ages because Harriet's so old and Lottie's a kitten. She just wants to play all the time and Harriet just has like absolutely no interest in that. If you guys have older cats at home, at least my experience has been that they just don't really have any interest in younger kittens. I would say if you're going to get another cat, you should definitely try and get a second one kind of soon after you get the first one so they're close in age. I just find like then they have similar interests, you know? They have similar pastimes. Harriet's like, my pastimes include sleeping, like period, that's it. And Lottie is like, I just wanna jump around, I wanna play, I just wanna do all the things. They tolerate each other. The next question is about pet-friendly furniture and what materials to avoid when you have a cat. So this is actually a question I get a lot. Realistically, just throwing it out there, there's not really any material that is going to withstand your cat's claws if you have a cat that likes to scratch on things. There's just not. One material I have found that really stands up to a cat's claws if they scratch at it is velvet. It's harder for the cat to like pull out threads. If you have a couch where it's cotton or even leather, like you're gonna see the cat's claws on it and it's gonna, you know, you're gonna see the scratches. I also had a cat who pulled at threads and like took all the threads out of the couch. With velvet, the cats can't pull at the threads and just the way the material is made, it's just harder for them to like destroy. A lot of people say that cat hair sticks to velvet and it totally does, but that's why you wanna find a really, really, really good quality velvet like my couch cover. I'll link it down below. I just find that like hair does not stick to it and I just vacuum it and it's totally fine. I'm also gonna link the video I did on making over my couch because this is actually a removable couch cover. It was custom made. I love the company so much and this is a really great thing to have if you have pets because you can take the cover off, you can replace it in a few years if it gets absolutely destroyed. So it's a good alternative to buying like your dream velvet couch and then realizing, you know, 2 years down the line that it's completely destroyed by your cats. Okay, the next question is, do I have a preferred retailer for stylish cat furniture? I'm always on the lookout for fun cat furniture. I actually did a whole video on a pet haul that I did, and a lot of those retailers I go back to time and time again to look for some fun furniture, so I'm gonna link that up here. But I think my go-tos are Teddy Bob, which sells the cat litter and the cat litter box. They have some really beautiful cat bowls. I have this standing bowl. Harriet loves it and she just looks like an absolute queen eating from this bowl. Also, Harriet's favorite piece of furniture ever is her pineapple. I got this from HomeSense, which is great, and she just loves it so much and it looks really stylish. And I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but a quick Google search will show you that there are so many stylish pieces of furniture for cats that also double as furniture for your living room. So there's side tables that are also cat beds. There's benches that are cat litter boxes. There's just so many really cool places to buy alternative cat furniture that also doubles as furniture for your home. So I'll link some of my faves down below. Okay, so someone asked, what do you use for litter while traveling with Lottie? Is it hard to travel with her? So I've never been a person that takes my cat out in public, but I kinda do. On Friday, Lottie and I went to a holiday party together. To be fair, my friend said, can you bring Lottie? And I was like, sure. But I've never met a cat that actually like wants to go out and travel. She has no boundaries and cannot self-soothe at all. Like she needs to be with me at all times. I will bring her if I'm going on a long journey. I went to Ottawa recently to visit my friends and she came on the train with me and she was so good. She did not meow once. She slept the whole way. But a couple things if you're gonna travel with your pet that I would suggest. So I bring a little like turkey baster tray, like a tinfoil one, because she's so small. And I bring just like a Tupperware filled with her litter. But when we're actually traveling like in a car or on the train, I make sure that she's used the litter box before we go out. And you can get, they're like little pads, like pee pads for dogs or cats. And you can just line their crate with these if you're going on a long journey. I was really nervous that she was going to like use the bathroom while we were on the train. So I just bought lots of like plastic bags, a replaceable liner for the bottom of her carrier. Generally, she's been like okay, and I think she knows like she needs to go in the litter box. So be cautious when you're traveling with your pets and make sure that it's the right thing to do for them. And for her, it's the right thing to do. I also think that when you get a tiny kitten, it's easier to take them traveling and to get them used to like being at other people's houses. I just would not take Harriet out with me ever. She likes her home. She does not want to travel. She does not like being in the car. But because my mom and I, like, we drove around with Lottie for the first kind of week that I got her, just to get her used to traveling, because I travel to England a lot to visit my parents. I wanted to get her used to being out of the house, and I feel like because I started that so young, she's used to it and kind of knows the drill. I would love to know down in the comments below if you guys travel with your pets, and specifically your cats, and if you have any tips that you follow when you're out with them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that this video helped you and gave you some tips on having a cat and also loving home decor. If I didn't answer your question, pop it down in the comment section down below and I will try to answer it. Thank you guys so much, as always, for watching this video, and I will see you next week. Bye.
How does it feel to be a superstar? How does it feel to be a superstar? Everyone wants to know about you.